I'm glad you got here. Thanks for taking time.
Yeah, no problem.
So cool. I love all your pictures.
Oh, thank you.
All right, it looks like we're live. There we go. Should be telling you we're live.
Yep, it already let me know.
Awesome. Well, Facebook, I know, I get it. You're at home. Some of you have your pants on. I get it. We're here and we're doing a special episode. This is a promo. This isn't a full-blown interview. My guest today is the esteemed comedian Garrett Hall, and he's going to be doing a quick interview, a little bit of where he's going to be performing, and we're going to plug a special show that we're doing this Saturday at midnight at the LA Comedy Club for the armed forces on Armistice Day. So first of all, I'm going to say the intro that he sent me, Garrett Hall sent me an intro to say. So let's see if I can do this one without a mistake. All righty. He says, I'm a comedian, producer, host, co-founder of Fun Day Comedy, all while being active duty in the Air Force. And that is the superstar I call Garrett Hall. Hi, Garrett. Woo!
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good. You're here in Vegas
Good.
today, right?
Yep. Here in Vegas, actually at my own house. So,
Wow. So you're active duty Air Force and you're
yes.
putting on grandiose comedy shows.
Yeah, well, grandiose. Hopefully get there one day, but we're putting on comedy shows, that's for sure.
And you also are a road comic. You've gone out and done the road.
Yes, quite a bit.
That's so super. So I'm glad that you're in our Air Force. I'm so glad to know that you're active duty and that we're in good hands. I trust the whole world being on your shoulders.
Well, I appreciate it.
It's a lot more comforting than Putin, I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Man, holy Toledo. So I've interviewed you before, and I
hmm
just wanted you to freshen everybody's memory of who you are, where you came from, how you got into comedy. Would you give us a synopsis, like a few minutes of that, please?
Definitely. As you said, my name's Garrett. I am originally from Little Rock, Arkansas. I was born and raised out there. When I was 19, I joined the Air Force. I spent the first 3 years of my career over in the UK. I was stationed at RAF Mildenhall, Royal Air Force Base. And then after that, I came over here to Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, was stationed out here, and that was in 2016. And then in 2017, I decided I wanted to try stand-up comedy, and I, looked up how to start doing stand-up comedy. And the first suggestion was go to an open mic. And so I thought, I don't know what an open mic is. Let me Google what an open mic is. So I had to Google what that was, and finally figured it out. And so I said, it's Las Vegas, so I'm sure there's an open mic somewhere around here. So I used the Google machine again, found an open mic, and the first time I did stand-up comedy was at an open mic at Boomers, a place that's not around anymore. It was hosted by Donnie Johnson. There was a Sunday night open mic at Boomers bar, and went in there and did my first 5 minutes. It went terribly, but I was hooked, so kept on doing it. And then about 9 months later, I decided I wanted to start my own show. So Boomers unfortunately ended. That was the only Sunday night show. And so I got with a guy who had just moved to Las Vegas at the time named Ian Rainier. And Ian and I had been talking about, maybe doing trivia, because he had started a company back then to do trivia nights and game nights and stuff like that at bars, but he wanted a comedian to host. And so I asked him if I could host the trivia night, and we did that a couple times. And then we just, as we were sitting there doing the trivia night, we got to talking, and we got to talking about, hey, maybe we should just do an open mic, it'd be fun. And he goes, I actually have the perfect little bar for it on the east side. It's called Noreen's. So we approached the owner of Noreen's and got to talking to him. And for those of you who've never been, this is the diviest of dive bars. Like, it's grimy, it's small, it's smoky. It's just, it is what it is. So we approached the owner, talked to him about it. And after a while, you know, he was initially just right away on board. So we started a comedy show, an open mic there every Sunday night, and it blew up and became a huge open mic. We'd have 40 to 50 people sign up every week. And it was wild. It was going really late into the night. And we did that for about 3.5 years. And then, of course, the pandemic happened. We had to stop doing that. And then we came back, started doing Noreen's again. And then we found a new venue, a nicer venue, kind of an upgrade. So now we do every Sunday night. We have an open mic at Star Lounge at 7 p.m. And then at 10 p.m., we do a local showcase at Star Lounge.
I'll have to get out there to Star Lounge. Whereabouts is it located?
That's at 3449 Sammy Davis Jr.
Over
in Las
around
Vegas.
the Strat, behind the Strat?
Yeah, behind the Strat over on Industrial.
Okay.
So it's technically Sammy Davis Jr., but it's just you follow Industrial long enough. For all the Vegas locals, you know what I'm talking about. It's where all those old rundown strip clubs used to be. But we have a new show inside this very nice converted piano bar that's in there now.
The pictures are gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a great little room. It looks nice. But we have that along with, multiple other shows that we're doing. We got more stuff in the works. So we started Fun Day Comedy. Ian and I are the co-founders of Fun Day Comedy. And so that's what we're going to be doing moving forward. Everything that I'm a part of is going to have a Fun Day brand on it now.
So you have Sunday Fun Day, Monday Fun Day. Are you planning on doing this like all the underwear for every day of the week?
Hopefully. Initially, right now, we just want to get the branding out. And then after a while, we're only going to call them open mics Fun Day shows. And then we're going to get real names for the showcases. We have more showcases coming up soon that we're going to be getting together and working on. So a lot of big stuff coming. It's still all very new and in the works, but we got a lot of good stuff on the horizon.
Super duper. So you went from coming from Arkansas, going in the military, to getting up on stage and fill people in with what you want to accomplish on and off stage in your life.
Okay, so on stage, I'd like to be a touring comic. This is in the immediate future. I'd like to be a touring comic in the next few years. But with my active duty military status, I can only take so many gigs per year. It has hurt me in the past, and it has kept me from getting some of the things that I wanted to get. But also, a lot of people are very understanding. Most people are very open-minded about it, and they understand that I only have so many days that I can take off work. But I'd like to do that. And then off stage, I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree in business right now, and I have a bunch of other certifications. So what I'd like to do is get out of the military, and if I am not doing comedy full-time, work on, because I'm a helicopter mechanic, aircraft mechanic in general by trade in the military. What I'd like to do is get out and work at either the executive airport here in Las Vegas, or I'd like to work for some sort of small airline, possibly.
Yeah, and some of those small airlines need comedians on their trips.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. I love your goals, and I love all
Thank
that
you.
Getting your bachelor's. You're pursuing a bachelor, so am I.
Yeah, nice.
I'm looking for a bachelor.
Oh, you're out here on the hunt for bachelors.
Well, thank you for filling everybody in on who you are. And I mentioned earlier that, one of the main reasons you're back on is we're plugging a show we're both doing on Saturday.
Right.
Amazing Leah Mendez out of El Paso she has the kahunas of a drill sergeant. She's putting on a show. here in Vegas for all the armed forces. And that includes you, and that includes me, and everybody on the show. And I'm so tickled that the LA Comedy Club is willing to do this for military and veterans in Vegas. How do you feel since you found out about the show?
I feel good about it. I feel good about it. I thought there were more Vegas comics that were veterans, but that's, like, hey, bring in whoever. That's fine. I'm sure there's plenty of great veteran comics from all over the place. I know there's a few here in Vegas that didn't get added to the show, so hopefully there'll be some in the future. That way we can make it more of like a hometown thing, and we're not bringing people in from all over the country to do spots that Vegas comics could do at a Vegas club. But I'm excited for the show, and I think it's gonna be great. Hopefully we get a ton of people out. Hopefully we can move it from in the next few. It doesn't have to be at midnight on a Saturday. Hopefully this goes so well that they're like, we want to keep this coming back and get it at a really nice time slot and do all sorts of stuff. So
it would be so great. I've been in comedy 8 years, and I've never found a club, and I've pitched a lot of clubs to do a military show for veterans and military on a military holiday, and it's never happened. And I'm so tickled. I just couldn't be happier that LA Comedy Club is doing it.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing it. Those guys are Matt and Joaquin and Drew and the whole staff there. They've always been very supportive of my military career, and every time, they've been some of the most willing and understanding bookers as far as, hey, I know we booked this thing, but I have to leave short notice or something like that. They've always been very understanding about that. So I'm glad they're a part of it.
So awesome. I know Matt's father is a Vietnam veteran.
Right.
So that's a cool connection to have for us. Hopefully his dad will be able to come to the show. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hopefully we get all the local veterans who are interested. I know with the time and everything like that, it's going to be a little tough for some of the older folks, but a lot of the younger guys, I know I've talked to some guys at work and they're very interested. So hopefully I get a lot of people to come out. Being on the base, I have a lot of reach, and especially being on the base, everyone knows I'm a comedian out there because I get I get voluntold to do a lot of the Christmas parties and dining ins and 4th of July celebration stuff. So everyone's kind of aware that I'm a comedian and asked me when my next show is. So I told them this one. I got something at midnight Saturday. Y'all got to come out, and hopefully we can get a big crowd.
Yay, that would be so fabulous. Is there anything where you're going to be performing from now and in the next couple of months, anywhere in the country, the world, that you want people to know?
Let's see. Friday, I will be, the night before our show that we're talking about, I will be at Square Bar for Brandon Gooch Hahn's new show, Idiotberg. And then every Sunday at Star Lounge at 10 p.m., I'll be hosting the showcase there. Also, if anyone's out there and wants to try comedy, wants to, give it a shot, we host open mics Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So come out to one of those, and there's always great open mics around town. But yeah, look me up on Instagram at G Hall Comedy, or look up Fun Day Comedy on Instagram. You can see all of our shows, and keep an eye on that space because we're going to have a lot of new stuff coming out, and a lot of great local stuff for you to enjoy. And that way you don't have to go spend a ton of money at these casinos or these big clubs. We're going to have stuff that's coming to you. So look out for that, and we got a lot coming on the horizon.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for coming on. And I can't wait to see you as we celebrate Armistice Day this Saturday at midnight at the LA Comedy Club. Get your tickets because they might sell out.
Yeah.
You'll be out of luck. And we don't want to
You never know. Plus, don't forget about the $25 all-you-can-drink special they have at LA Comedy Club. That's probably the cheapest thing you're going to get on the Strip. It is a very cheap way to get a few drinks in you. So definitely take advantage of that. It's almost worth the price of admission just for that.
Amen. I'll tell you. Why am I saying amen to drinking? I don't know. Yeah, let's go have some fun. And all the
Yeah,
armed forces are going to be there. It's going to be so great. I can't wait. I
it's
can't
gonna be a
wait.
good time.
It's a high point of my entire life to be able to be
Yeah.
there. So I can't wait to see you there, and we'll kick off the show and have a lot of fun with everybody. Thank you for
Oh yeah,
coming
it's gonna be a
on and
great time.
plugging it.
Thanks for having me, Linda. I really appreciate it.
Come back anytime you want to plug all the fun days.
All right, thank you so much. I'll do that.
See you later. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.